When we left off, we were ready to do details on the face. So the next thing that I'm going to do on my sloth is draw the mouth. So I'm going to come up about halfway in between the space that we drew for the eyes and the chin, and that's where my mouth is going to go. And then on top of that mouth is where the nostrils for my sloth will be. So to make those, it's kind of like making the letter P on this side, and then a backwards P that comes up on the other side. My next step is to draw the eyes. So I'm going to frame in the eyes on each side. You want to try to make them about the same size if you can. And then my sloth is kind of sleepy, so he's going to have some bags under his eyes on both sides. And then I'm going to do a little bit of a line above the eye too, just to frame it in. Okay. On the inside of the eye is where your pupil will go. And then I'm going to draw a circle for the white spot. Same thing will happen on the other side. And I'll draw a circle in the center for the white spot. Once you have your sloth's face, the next thing we're going to do is come up to the right eye and go right above that on the head, and that's where we're going to draw the sloth's arm, reaching up to that branch. I'm going to do the other side of the arm coming up as well. So as that sloth's arm reaches over the branch, it's going to have just a little bit of a curved line on top of the branch for where the hand is curving over. And then sloths have really long claws. So our next step is going to be to give him 3 long claws that hang down over the top of the branch. It's fine for them to overlap. And I'm going to give just a little bit of fur kind of sticking out here by the branch, so it looks like that's overlapping too. And then you can go back and erase any of the branch pencil lines that are showing through on your sloth's claws. Okay. So the back leg is also going to hang over the branch, and to do that I'm just going to come down to where the end of my arm is and draw the leg coming up to the branch. Once again, it's going to kind of curve up over the top, and it'll come down in behind the branch because it's hanging from the back side. And that's going to be my sloth's back leg. So once again, we need claws, so I'm going to go ahead and make some claws that are hanging down over the branch like it's holding on. And just add a little fur here as well, so it looks like it's overlapping the tree branch. Okay, remember I want you guys to draw light, that way you can go back and erase those pencil lines. I'm drawing a little bit darker just so it shows up for you on the screen. Okay, so our sloth is hanging by 2 legs, but we're going to go ahead and give another back leg that's going to come up to that tree branch as well. So let me slide my picture up so you guys can see. So I have front leg, back leg, and this is going to be my second back leg. So I'm going to have the hip area here, and it's just going to curve right up to that tree branch. This time it's going to go over the top of the tree branch. And that's going to be our back leg. So since this one's going to go over the top of the tree branch, I'm going to erase the tree branch lines that I originally drew. And that way it kind of looks like it's hanging from the back side with these 2 legs, but from the front side of the branch with this leg. Now you can also have some claws coming out in the background that are hanging down. You might see a little bit of those from this view. And the way I drew mine, it looked like I only have room for 2 of those claws, so you draw what you have room for. Alright, so the next step is to do an arm for our sloth that's going to be hanging down right here in the front space. So from the neckline where we left off, I'm just going to draw a curved line down, and then another one for the other side of the arm. Okay, at the bottom of this arm we want to do claws as well. So I'm going to do 3 long claws right at the end of the paw. And then I'm going to do just a little tuft of fur, like this is where his hand comes out, and then his hand tucks in behind where that claw is. I need to connect my line here. And then the last thing we need to do is just come up to the arm and give our sloth a back and connect that to the back leg. And we should have the basics for drawing a sloth.